All right, hey, shalom, 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 shalom. This brother Shemaiah. First, I'll give honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to my fellow Akim Akwat out there that follow Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai with truth and sincerity. I like to say shalom. Shalom to all the brothers and sisters that are tuning in. I pray that this lesson be edifying to those that watches. And let's continue. Let's get started. And the title of this video is going to be called Edomites. All right. Edomites are feeling the pain. Okay. Let me say this again. Edomites are feeling the pain. We all know what happened, with the South Africans coming to America. I'm going to go to YouTube real quick. And Shalaki, give me one sec. South. Oh no, Shalaki. South. Now it's not showing me. Come on. South African refugees. Right. Because we all heard what DJ Trump is allowing South Africans into America. And let me say this: these are the most out of all ethnic groups of Edomites. South Africans are the fucking worst, man. Because they was bringing hell upon them Jakes in South Africa and them Hamites, which we don't care about them Hamites, but because a lot of South Africans are Jake. Okay, and these white people that lived in South Africa, they were the lower class. The tables flipped. Jake, even though we going through the curses, Jake was doing better and adapting better than white South Africans. Okay, because truthfully, man, these people, man, they're Edomites, man. They're Dutch descent, which the true Dutch are Jake, but Esau, what he'll do, he'll come into a land and take it and call that nationality his own. So you Edomites, y'all feeling the pain, man. Everywhere you go, you are outnumbered by a people of color or statistic, or your birth rate is going down. You Edomites are just basically fucked, man. And not just white South African refugees, which are Edomites, because you got speckled birds in there. Don't get me wrong, you got some speckled bird jakes. The Lord's gonna sift them out, but you Edomites, period. Not just white South Africans, but all those that go back to Esau, Edom through their father's lineage. All you Edomites, all you so-called white people, many of you tares, okay? Not claiming that this dude is a tear, could be a Jake, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm saying that a lot of you people that go back to Esau, Edom, y'all finished. And y'all feeling the curses, and y'all feeling the pain that Jake been going through for the past hundreds of years. So, Shalak, for me rambling, I'm going to make sure the video is okay. All right, Shalom, brother. All right. And shalom to all those that are tuning in right now or later on.
In the meantime, the Trump administration welcomed a group of 59 white South Africans as refugees, prompting some serious blowback from immigration advocates. Fox News Chief Washington correspondent Mike Emanuel has more from D.C.
Let me see the order or something.
As President Trump's immigration crackdown continues,
Welcome to the United States of America.
the administration rolled out the red carpet for 59 white South Africans they call refugees, saying they faced racial discrimination back home.
We're sending a clear
And
message.
let me say this: Esau is one of the biggest victims on the planet. He's the biggest manipulator on the planet. Here it is. You got Issacharites, Manassites, Levites. All right, all those people, especially Issachar and Zebulon. There's millions of them coming to this country. But let me say this too: California, Texas, Los Angeles, all that belongs to Zebulon and Issachar, mostly Issachar. But what Esau will do, he'll kick all of them out, kick them all out to Mexico. And you wonder why they coming here in the border, because this land belonged to them anyway. Gad, Reuben, and Issachar, which you kick out every single day, man. But now you want to play the good guy because you see your own people in hell in South Africa. They put themselves in that fucking situation, man. Matter of fact, when did the Dutch arrive to Africa? 1652. Okay. So 1619 was what? Jamestown was born 1619 to 1652. How many years? That was 33 years apart. From 1619, when the Edomites landed in Jamestown, killed all them Gadites, claimed to be Thanksgiving, but they built Jamestown. Jamestown was what? All right, Jamestown was built in 1619. Yeah, right. All right, it says the arrival of the first enslaved Africans conveying the first representative legislative assembly in the New World, the House of Burgesses, and the arrival of a group of English women. Okay, men, women, and children, and those so-called African slaves were not African; those were Israelites that these Edomites enslaved that they brought over. The arrival of enslaved Africans carried on a Dutch ship, in which were Edomites. All right, a Dutch ship marked the beginning of a period of chattel slavery in the colonies. A Dutch ship carrying Jamestown carrying approximately a Dutch ship arrived in Jamestown carrying approximately 20 to 30 enslaved Africans. Right. Those were Jakes, those were Israelites, not Hamites, who were traded for supplies. This event is considered a pivotal moment in the history of slavery in North America. Okay, arrival of women settlers and the colony established as its first representative legislative assembly known as the House of Burgesses. Basically, this is when Esau started to populate over here, man. But while that was going on, 33 years later, all right, the Dutch came to which was called the Dutch Cape Colonies. Okay, which were Edomites. Okay, Edomites. And now you could do your research yourself. For those who's watching this video, you can read it for yourself. But now they feeling the pain. Now they're outnumbered. Now they feel the pressure. Like, oh shit, the places that we once dominated is now being run over by these other nations, and we can't control anything. South Africa is predominantly Jake. Let me say this. You got a lot of Hamites down there, so I'm not gonna say it's all Jake, but you have a lot of Hamites because Ham, 70 AD, a lot of Jake fled to where Ham originally inhabited. But when Jake inhabit the land, what they do, they multiply. They multiply like cells, man. They multiply like bees, all right, and ants. They can't stop growing to the point they even outnumber those native people in that land. For example, in Egypt, an example in West Africa. If you take all the Jakes, I'm going to subtract a little bit. If you take all the Jakes from West Africa, you got a lot of Hamites. But you add the Jakes that are now in West Africa now, it's more Jakes than there are Hamites in West Africa. Okay? So we it says be fruitful and multiply. So we're a very fruitful people. But you Edomites, y'all the opposite. Y'all are not fruitful, man. It's hard for y'all to have babies. And now that your nation is plummeting, now that your numbers are plummeting, you're doing anything and everything just to survive. So let me continue.
Really rejects the egregious persecution of people on the basis of race in South Africa.
President Trump claims the U.S. had to take in the group because white farmers are being killed in South Africa in what the president calls a genocide. But there's no evidence that's taking place, and some civil rights advocates are now raising questions about the decision to admit only white refugees at a time when the administration has cut off access to others facing war and famine.
Flying white Afrikaners over here to the United States to find refuge where they deny refuge for everybody else from war-torn communities at that. I mean, this is very clear to us.
The White House says this group was strictly vetted, and it's just the first of many that will be relocated to the U.S. But it's not clear how many will want to come because white South Africans still retain most of the country's privately held wealth.
The vast majority of South Africans are Black people. And the vast majority of South Africans have no rights to land, none.
President Trump says South
vast majority of South Africans are Black people. And the vast majority of South Africans have no rights to land, none.
President Trump says South Africa's leadership is...
South Africans have no rights to land, none.
President Trump says South Africa's leadership is heading to the White House next week to discuss the resettlement.
Y'all being persecuted, but y'all were the first one. When y'all first arrived there, y'all persecuted those people in South Africa. South Africa check it. What's it called? It's called the anthropologist. Something no, the arthropod. The art. Yep. Yep. It says the arthropede. Apartheid. I don't pronounce that. Shalakia. So I won't mispronounce that. Pronunciation. Apartheid. Shalakia. Apartheid. Okay, the apartheid was a system of racial segregation and discrimination against non-white South Africans enforced through a series of laws from 1948 to 1994. This apartness is called an Afrikaans, creating a vast system of inequality that denied black South Africans basic rights and freedom. Right, so you Edomites are the first ones that was bringing hell. Now y'all want to play victim. Now y'all got the Uno card. Now you got the reverse Uno card. Y'all can't feel now Shlaki, now you feel the hardship, the pressure that Jake been going through being persecuted for a very long time. Okay, what was the African apartheid in South Africa? What was the apartheid in South Africa? Trump welcomes white South Africans to U.S. And Trump, man, he's an Edomite too. His ass going to slavery. It says for decades, South Africans. Ooh, I feel like I skipped something. Right. Shlaki. It says the first group of white South African refugees arrived in the United States on Monday to prioritize for settlement by the order of President Donald Trump, DJ Trump, who had made an exception as the refugee program remains suspended. The group of 59 people who belong in the Afrikaner ethnic group classified by Trump as refugees. There it is, refugees coming through the border every single day, but you don't classify them as people that need help. You call them aliens. All right, you call them get the fuck out of my country. Terrorists. You call Issachar, Gad, and Reuben that you kicked out. You call even the other tribes, Asher, Naphtali. And I'm not trying to romanticize Jake, okay? Because Jake is fucking wicked, but those that actually need help, you kick them out, man. Okay? Now that your people are feeling the pressure that Jake been going through hundreds of years, you Edomites don't know what the fuck to do. All right, so it's classified by Trump as refugees. Landed at the Dulles International Airport on a government-chartered flight were greeted by federal office officials. Their applications were fast-tracked in an unconventional process. Unconventional process that under the resettlement program typically take years to process. I'm all over the place today. I need to slow down. It says Trump claims the group has been the victims of racial discrimination, and he and South Africa-born advisor Elon Musk, all right, Oak Tree, have been vocal about what they said is persecution by the government because of their race. And right, you Edomite, y'all live good during the time of what's it called, the apartheid. Okay, look at Elon Musk, young African made, because this man Elon Musk, he was one of the richest of people in South Africa. Okay, this is him and his mother. Yep, this is Elon Musk and his mother next to an oppressed black mother in South Africa during 1988. Today, he lies on Twitter. There is a genocide in South Africa, right? You Edomites ain't going through. Y'all ain't going through shit in South Africa. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not nice down there. I mean, you got some fucked up things down there. But like I said, man, you Edomites are feeling the pressure. That's all. Y'all just feeling a tiny raindrop compared to what Jake is about to go, what Jake been going through for a very long time. Okay, our apartheid in South Africa, right? 1948 to 1994. So Elon Musk, as a South African white Edomite, he was living good during this time, man. And he's an Edomite. You know, his ass going to slavery. Look at this goofy nigga, man. Sometimes you be looking at Edomites like, this nigga is over us, man. Hey, it's all according to prophecy, because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And I want to make another point. I was going to bring out another point. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna see if brothers got any scriptures. If not, that's okay. But yeah, man, you Edomite, y'all ain't feeling y'all all right, man. Y'all ain't going through shit, man. Y'all about to go through something. Don't get me wrong. Y'all about to go through a lot of shit. All right, for the kingdom. All right, but on this side, you're going through shit right now too. But it's a small. It's y'all still. What's that scripture? They are not as troubled as other men. KJV. This is Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Right? You Edomites, y'all not in trouble as other men, nor either plague. Y'all can do the craziest shit ever, man. But there's some universal force that's protecting you. But in this world, they'll call it white privilege. And Edomite will pick up a shotgun and kill 10 people, and he walk out the courthouse like he didn't do anything. And even if he do prison time, he'll do like 2 or 3 months. Or they'll classify him as mentally unstable, or he has a mental issue, and they'll give him a slap on the wrist. But if a Jake did some shit, if a Jake went to a store and stole a bag of chips or a soda, that nigga getting 25, he getting football years. Shit, even if Jake is dating a white girl, man, and something happened between a relationship with him and that white girl, white tears equal 50 years, man. I just found out on TikTok, white tears equal 50 years, man. Now I'm not saying don't deal with the white girl, but it's always a situation where uh you know when a Jake dates a Edomite woman or a white woman, it could be a situation where something escalate and the police might come and they'll treat that nigga like an animal, man. Or how can I say, hey, you Edomite, y'all not going through anything, man. Y'all are going through anything now, but usually y'all don't go through anything that the average Jake go through because we're underneath the curses. Y'all not. Hey, that's spiritual. It was a 555. All right, the number 555 means change because great change is coming. I was about to make a good point, man. Hold on. It's okay. But yeah, man, they're not in trouble as other men either. Are they plagued like other men? And right, your numbers, okay. Y'all score, man. Y'all have 100-0, man. Jake been losing for a very long time, man. And you Edomite, y'all have never been plagued, never been economically like. How can I say it, man? You're not going through the curses, man. You don't walk out the house looking both ways to check if anybody's going to rob you. I've seen Edom we see Edomites walking them down the street like nothing's going to happen to them. They'll be perfectly fine. Edomite will walk into a bank, get his money out the machine, or the transaction will be perfect, and he walk out the bank like, oh well, lottie lottie da. But shit, Jake, if we went into a bank or ATM machine, we gonna have a fucked up transaction, man. Something bad's gonna happen. We just know because the fucking curses, man. We be praying to the Most High, make sure that transaction is correct, man. But why is that? Because we're underneath the curses, and the curses are falling upon these Edomites and these other nations. Okay, that white privilege is dying, and y'all numbers are dying as well. Why do you think it said 58 people? 58 Edomites from South Africa came to United States. But here it is, it'd be like 58 million Mexicans and people, from our tribes coming through the border, man. Why is that? Because Jake is fruitful and we're in great numbers, and Esau's numbers is dwindling. They know it. These Edomites know that their population is dying. They weak ass genes is dying too. So this is Deuteronomy 37. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and all them that hate thee, which persecute thee. So right, the Most High is putting the curses upon all of our enemies. And the number one enemy is Esau, Edom, starting with Amalek, then to Teman, then to all the tribes of Edom. Then Edom as a whole nation, because you got Edomites that look like so-called so-called black people, okay? So-called Hispanics, Native Americans. You got a lot of chocolate Edomites, man. the elder Menachem Zakbak, you know, that Christian that came up trying to start a little wrestle with the elder Menachem Zakbak, that Christian dude with the dreads, I believe that was an Edomite. Should I watched that video like 3 or 4 times, man. He trying to start an argument. That agent started arguing with Elder Menachem Zakbak, which I believe that dude was an Edomite because it was just something off about him. He hung around Edomites. Edomites loved him. I was like, man, listen, some tell me the spirit man is you know, a bird of a feather flock together, man. Okay, so it's you know, you got Edomites of that look like our people, our other people, but all you heathens. All you heathens, either you a Tear, you a Edomite, a Japhite, Hamite, Moabite, Ammonite, all you nations. But starting with Esau, Edom, all you nations are feeling the curses, man. The curses are falling upon you. Your white privilege, your protection, your gun ain't gonna save you, man. Y'all about to receive hell on earth in the kingdom, and not in hell on earth on this side too. Here it is in the kingdom. It's gonna be heaven for us, but hell for you heathens. It's heaven for you heathens now. You heathens can do anything you want now. You can be the biggest sodomite. You could be the biggest scammer, the biggest Twitch streamer. You could be anything that you want. But when the kingdom, you ain't gonna be shit but a worker and a slave. So the curses that fall upon our enemies, man. A lot of Edomites. Let me read this again. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon our enemies, right? And all them that hate thee which persecute thee, right? A lot of these Edomites persecute Jacob. Now they're being persecuted. Now they feeling pain. Now they feeling struggle. A lot of Edomites are losing their jobs. You got Jakes that are doing better than the Edomites, man. Shit, brothers, in this truth, y'all doing way better than any Edomite. And don't let an Edomite or these 2/3 niggas with a nice card or the watches and the chains, you know, because it's still their world. But we're doing way better mentally, spiritually, and physically than the Edomite in the world, man. And you Edomites, y'all going to slavery. All you Edomites, y'all all going to slavery, man. No ifs, no buts, no coconuts. It's Revelations 13:9. This is Revelations 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Okay? If any man have an ear, let him hear. Oh shit. Right. This is Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And who are the saints? The Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indies, and Haitians. But starting with the elect, all right, the faith of the elect, the saints, the first ones that's going to be the first fruits of the kingdom. Lord's will Lord's will, I'm part of the elect. Hey man, I always say this, man. I want billions of Edomite slaves, man. Billions of Elamites, billions of Moabites and Ammonite slaves, man. Every Israelite is going to have slaves in the kingdom. Every Israelite. And they're not going to just have 5, 7 slaves. They're going to have thousands, far beyond the eye can see, man. Hamite slaves, Japhite slaves, Moabite, Ammonite slaves. Okay. Elamites, Asharites, the Assyrians. Okay, the Armenians, all you niggas, all you heathens are going into captivity, man. So you white South African refugees, man. Hey man, you just came to the worst place on the planet. This place is about to be eviscerated with fire. You Edomites came in the worst time ever. Beautiful. You Edomites came in the worst time ever. And this flag is not going to protect you. Here's the thing. This flag doesn't even, this image of Edomites with the American flag doesn't have a powerful energy that it had 14, 15, 20 years ago, man. Okay. These Edomites, they're through. They through. You could just tell they Edomites. From these little niggas to this old ass dude, from this bitch to these kids, all these Edomites, y'all through, man. Y'all don't have the power and influence that y'all have on this side, man. Let me grab this real quick. Is he? Yep, that's the scripture. Who deceiveth nations? It's Isaiah 14:16. And they say, and they that see thee shall nearly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the whole earth to tremble, and that did shake kingdoms? Right? In the kingdom, everybody can be like, this is the man that destroyed the whole world. This was the hammer of the earth. This guy, because Esau is gonna be on a from his where was I? I'll go back. All right, because we about to see these Edomites, okay? All these Edomites at a low position, low level that they have never even imagined, that we have never even seen. Because you can walk out the house and you still see Edomites in nice suits and ties, and they work on the first CEO floor of a big, huge penthouse building. And they work on Wall Street. Got one Edomite make $500 million a year. We see these Edomites, man. We see niggas like Trump and people like these people still making a good living. But we're about to see them fall like never, man. Okay. We're about to see them fall like never, man. And they never gonna like ever. Like we about to see these people become the true bases of men. Because the West, they are bases of men, but we're going to see why they're called bases of men. And we know why they're called bases of men, but we're about to see a true visionary, like a true visual look. All right. So you Edomites, y'all through. And y'all feeling the pain. Y'all feeling everything. Y'all losing your jobs. The Edomite man is losing his female counterpart because the Edomite woman, even though she's a goddamn demon, she still loves Jake. Okay. She either want a Gadite, or a Reubenite, or a Judite, or an Issacharite, or a man from another nation. But truthfully, she's not dealing with the Edomite man no more. Your population, your future kids, the future generation of kids, they're through. Because they on TikTok, this little nigga, man, I don't even know if this is a boy or girl. I don't even know, but I don't even know. I don't know if this is a boy or girl, man. So your kids are just through. All you Edomites are just done, man. Right, like the brother said. It's the second Edge 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So hey, it's gonna be a planet of Jakes, man. They like to call those monkeys and apes. No, it's gonna be a planet of Jakes, man. All right, I'm a little bit I make a video like that, but hey, call Yahweh by Shemi Awashai by Shimmer Kadash. Shalom.